Well, first off, thanks for the opportunity to meet with you today and talk about Morgan Hill and public safety. Public safety in Morgan Hill is obviously a key priority for the council. It's a key priority for our community and, of course, for our police and fire departments. Morgan Hill is a safe town all the way around, and also when compared to other cities of similar size. We have one of the lowest, or not the lowest, but one of the lowest crime rates in the county. But we're also a very busy department, and we're one of the more proactive departments in terms of arrests and self-initiated activity. So I think the state of safety in Morgan Hill is that we're a safe town. We are seeing threats of crime being committed by people coming from outside of our community into Morgan Hill. That's something that we're keeping an eye on. And we're working diligently this year to create a new program that's designed to make sure that our hotels stay safe as well. And that people don't come and stay in our hotels and use those as a base to commit crime. The general morale of the department in Morgan Hills is upbeat and positive. And that's indicative or indicated by the number of laterals who are applying to work here. Morgan Hill receives quite a few lateral employees or officers from other agencies who want to come work in Morgan Hill. And they are being referred by a lot of their friends and other coworkers who they've met throughout professionally who work here at Morgan Hill PD. We have, in the last 3.5 years that I've been chief, we've implemented some new programs like predictive analytics and revamped our school resource officer program. And sometimes some of those programs and changes can lead to some feelings of uneasiness. However, I'm confident that the general morale and overall morale of the police department is very upbeat and positive, and that's indicated truly by the great work that our officers do and dispatchers and support staff do day in and day out, and I'm very grateful to lead this organization. Public safety is not just the responsibility of the police department. It is truly the community's responsibility. And we're fortunate in Morgan Hill that we have a community that supports that concept. Programs like CERT and CLEF and VIP all play a key role in keeping our community safe. And the way that happens is it keeps our community prepared, like programs like CERT make sure that preparedness is on the horizon. It keeps our community engaged. The CLEF Cops and Robbers Ball is a great community engagement opportunity. And also our volunteer and policing program is a great way to stay engaged. The VIP program comes as a product of our Citizens Police Academy, another great resource. Our volunteer and policing program is also a huge force multiplier. We are able to do more because of our volunteers than we would be able to without them. We now perform functions like vacation checks when people are away on vacation, home checks when folks are away on vacation. Many people probably saw our volunteers helping out at the parade. So we're able to reduce our costs to some of our special events by having volunteers assist in traffic control functions. So all three of those groups and all of our community groups are truly a gem for Morgan Hill, and they're a great force multiplier and a way to build support for the police department and for the city as a whole. Recognizing that public safety includes the fire department,
correct.
So it's police and fire is at 80%. The first thing I would say is that we are the only 24/7, 365-day operation in public safety. And when the phone rings, we have to go, and we do go. And so we need to look at 80% and realize that many other departments in the city certainly don't have the hour commitment that we do in public safety. We are very cost conscious, but I would say more than that, we are value conscious. We want to make sure that the services that we provide as a police and fire department add value to the overall well-being and health of the city. We've reduced our overtime over the years. Currently our overtime in patrol is 5% of the entire patrol budget. There was another newspaper that did a story just recently and talked about that, so there's some comparison there. But again, we are working to find ways to recover costs for services when appropriate, and then we're also looking for ways to make sure that we are cost conscious and value conscious about the services that we provide. Well, we don't have a lot of capital improvements on the horizon. We are grateful to have this building. This is a beautiful police facility. It's now 10 years old. Yeah. We've been in this building for 10 years. We're working on some minor projects here at the police department, but the biggest capital improvement project we're working on today is a countywide project for radio infrastructure, to develop and to implement a countywide radio system so that officers can go anywhere in the county and be able to communicate back to their home dispatchers. We are very fortunate to have a supportive council and city administration team that has provided the police department with many resources, and CLEF is another great resource to help provide us equipment that we don't currently have today. I think probably the biggest outstanding need that we have is a regional asset in a command vehicle, so that when we have a major incident, whether it be a major crime, major traffic collision, some sort of major event, that we have a resource in the field that can stand up as a command center, so that people can be out of the elements. If it's in the rain or wind, they can spread stuff out. They can really function as a command center. Currently in South County, we don't have that, and we're working looking for grant opportunities and ways to fund that. That's the biggest need that we have right now. A canine unit is an essential part of successful policing. In there, it's not just for the apprehension or the arresting violators that we typically see canines associated to. A successful canine program builds community because the dog is a great way to help break barriers. Also, criminals are becoming more sophisticated, and they are becoming better at hiding contraband, especially narcotics. And so a successful canine and handler are able to work together as a team to identify narcotics. And a recent example of that is a few years ago, we assisted an outside agency looking for narcotics in a vehicle. We didn't find any narcotics, but we found $40,000 in cash that was hidden in the car that we couldn't find looking for it as humans. The dog was able to detect the cash from the contraband that had been transferred to the cache, and the city itself realized about $18,000 out of that seizure. So canines are a successful component to policing today.